Hi everyone in English 2323, it's Dr. E and I'm here with your week 10 instructional video. I'm recording on my laptop, which is throwing me a little bit because my home computer is giving me some difficulty, so hopefully this all works out. Obviously dressed up. Some of you may recognize me, I'll get more into that later, but what I want to do is jump right into what we're doing this week. So I'm going to go to D2L. Please, I have nails on for some reason since y'all can't really see them, but it takes me some time to get used to wearing them and to click around, so be patient. All right, so if we go to the content area, we're going to look at this week's module. We have some reading to do from the period we're currently in, right? We're in the contemporary period, so we're reading James Joyce, an Irish author. We want to make sure we're reading his biography and the short story, which is entitled Araby. And you're watching the instructional video. I originally had the plan for us to watch the multimedia project video, which you can still do, right? You can go over to the syllabus schedule rubrics and watch that. I just didn't want... I want y'all to think about what you could possibly do for your project, but I don't want it to be something that takes up too much of your time and energy because it's not due until pretty much the end of the semester. But it's not a bad idea to start kind of planning and thinking about it. I just didn't want to require you to watch it this week. But if you would like to take some time to do that, then please do so, right? It is always there along with all the rubrics and all the information that you may need for the course. You do have a reading journal that's due on Sunday as well as a discussion post. So it's a pretty, average week for us. We do have a participation quiz. I'm going to attempt to scroll down. You're watching what will appear here. Not necessarily anything to review unless you want to click around and look in D2L and see the resources that are there. The discussion post this week is going to look familiar because it is similar to what we did 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Please click these fingernails. Okay. So we are going to utilize AI again to create an image of Araby. And this will all make sense once you read the story. Again, if you have any ethical concerns about the use of AI, there is the alternative to just go into Canva and use some of those images to piece together an image, which that utilizes AI as well, but it's not the same level as using something like ChatGPT. So all the instructions are here. I really enjoyed reading what y'all submitted for that last assignment when it came to characters from Stevenson's short story. So we're just doing something very similar, but it's going to require that you put together your own yes, you can pull in some terms and some text from Joyce, but ultimately you are creating this image based on what in your mind your imagination is put together. So even if Joyce doesn't include a description, a full-on description in his text, what are you seeing, right? What are you kind of taking? What are you developing in your mind based on what it is that you're reading? And it doesn't have to make sense to everybody. It just has to make sense to you as the reader. We're all going to imagine something different, okay? All right, so that is what you're going to do for the discussion post. And then you do have a reading journal, which those essentially, same instructions as previous journals. So if you scroll down to journal 3, it's pretty straightforward, right? But if you need to revisit those guidelines, please do so. The template is here. And you can also go to the content area, remember, to the syllabus schedule and rubrics. And you have the journal assignment video. A couple of you have contacted me about being able to access the videos through YouTube or not being able to do so. So I have tried to load just direct videos. Okay, so if you click on this, it essentially will take you to the D2L, right? D2L is accessing YouTube, but you don't have to access YouTube yourself. Okay, so that is available to you. So you can watch any of these videos. Okay, going back to week 10, maybe Let me pause. Whew, okay. So going back to week 10, you have that discussion post. We just went through the journal. And then, of course, you have that week 10 quiz, which is covering everything, including this video. The random word from this video is going to be scissors, because that's just what I see. Also, my costume, right? So I am Winifred from Hocus Pocus, if any of you have seen that. If not, I'm a witch, right? All right, so hopefully y'all have a good week. Let me know what you need, whether you're posting through that Q&A discussion board or you're reaching out to me directly. Whatever way works for you. You can also set up a time to meet with me. I do want to note that I am actually going to be out of town this Thursday and Friday. I'm bringing my work with me. I'll have my computer. It may take some extra time for me to respond, so just be aware of that. I'm going to try to get everything posted for the next week so that, since I won't be able to film it at my usual time, so keep an eye out for that. But overall, just let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and good luck this week.